Hey there. Messing around a little bit with obviously a song that a lesson came out on this week in a different key. I mentioned last week that I got really kind of just woken up a little earlier than usual, thinking about, for some reason, We've Only Just Begun was on my mind. And before I even got up, I was kind of speculating through the chord progression, trying to decide what it was. And I could hear the D major 7 to G major 7 was what jumped out at me. So I got up and messed around with it a little bit. Then I went and listened to the recording. I thought, oh, they're not even in that key. So I guess my perfect pitch has deserted me. Not that I ever had it, but anyhow. So, but I think, like I mentioned last week, that I wasn't sure what was going to happen coming for this week, because that's what I mean. I sort of got hijacked by that tune and decided that it had to take cuts and come out. So had a fun week listening to a fun couple of days, I guess, listening to the Carpenters again. It is February 19th, kind of a red letter day here. First, I want to obviously send our best wishes and thoughts out to our friends in Texas who are, I did hear from Mark and Wiley a little bit lately, but man, just this is a disaster, and I hope they're managing to find a safe place. Anyway, okay, thoughts out to everybody in Texas. Back to the mission at hand. What else happened this week? We had I think we've wrapped up the Everly Brothers, except I still have to get to this. I mentioned that we did have a review that I didn't get to yet of Steve playing a little solo version of "Let It Be Me," and that sent me over to our Totally Lessons site because I thought, I'm pretty sure Jim has a lesson on this, and I really needed to hear the two parts separately. And that was really helpful because Jim and his buddy Frank. So if you haven't checked that out, go to Totally Lessons and check out Jim and Frank's take on Let It Be Me. They do it in a different key than the Everly Brothers. They do it in G. No, they do it in E. With some kind of Melissa and who knows where the time goes type chords. F sharp minors and G sharp minors and A's with some open notes in it like major sevens and things like that. Anyway, so that got me sidetracked on reviewing Steve's, because I thought, I'm going to have to do a lesson on this and really try to incorporate both melody parts at the same time. So that hopefully is coming up. Wait, I should try to do these things in order. Let me see if I can go back to what I'm really talking about, which is the other songs we finished this week. But I'm real excited about the ones that are like under construction right now that I'll tell you about in a few minutes. Let's see. Max brought us our last Stone Temple Pilots song, at least for a little while. Vasoline. And and that was it. It was just those three. So and of course the Carpenters. I don't know how the melody. Oh, you know what I think. I decided that the instrumental version works better in the key of D rather than the key of A, where they did it. So hopefully that'll be coming up soon. Oh, it's A minor, dumb. That's not it. Wait a minute, let me get the chord progression back in my head. Okay, now so we get the melody. Uh-oh. Anyway, I wanted to congratulate Sam and Tom and Sandy on putting together a great version of that. I'd worked with them both on it over the last couple of weeks, and I hope everybody enjoyed that. Really like people putting up stuff that they've been working on. So jump on the bandwagon. Let us know what you're playing out there. Let's see. What else was there? You know what? I'm going to take a stab at. There was a great recommendation. This is a bad idea. Retuning and capoing all live. So this is a great suggestion. I have only vaguely listened to it, like not really recently, so never mind. But I appreciate the suggestion on Good Shepherd, a tune that Jorma played on was it Volunteers? Yeah, I think so. And but then kept in his live repertoire for Still does like solo versions of it with Jack Cassidy. So be sure to check those out. Okay, let's see. Next week, what do we got happening next week? Vanessa has gotten a bug in her ear about doing some more Carole King songs. So she's planning a couple of those over the next couple of weeks. Probably, well, I don't want to tell you what I don't want to commit. I don't want to put the pressure on her to like come up with something really cool. So I've been working on suggestions. She's listening carefully to Tapestry 50th anniversary 1971, and thinking about adding a few more. We do of course have stuff like there we go. Interesting chords. This F with G in the bass kind of sound all of a sudden shows up in a lot of songs, or A with G with A in the bass, which I just used and we've only just begun. Anyway, so we're looking at songs from Tapestry for next week, and Bob has finished a really cool tune. Now, this is really dangerous, but because I just printed up something from a lesson. I haven't even looked at his lesson yet, but I want to take a look at his tab. You probably didn't see what it was. Let's see if we can figure it out. See if I can try it well enough. Folks, this is sight reading. Live with me. Wow. When he told me he was working on this, I thought that's going to be really cool because I've always wanted to like mess around with it. I think we're going to have a hit on our hands. What happens next? Wow. Okay, that's coming up next week. Sleepwalk by Santo and Johnny, of course, or made famous by them back in the late 50s, I think. Of course, Brian Setzer did a lot of people have done versions of this. Cool little instrumental. So, stay tuned. That will be live, hopefully Monday. I've got to get the lesson all like together and stuff. But it's here in the can now, and that's where we're going. I think that's about all I wanted to talk about. I hope, again, everybody's having a safe and healthy time and getting close to vaccinated and stuff like that. Okay, see you next week.